Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to everyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And today I'm going to be featuring one of the stamp sets that is on sale today only. If you're in North America, that would be tomorrow. Anyway, all over the world, it's Wednesday, the 23rd of September is Stampin' Up's big sale, 15% off select stamp sets, and you can go to your demonstrator's website. Hopefully you'll go to mine and see the whole list of items that's for sale. If you're one of my regular customers, you've gotten probably way too many emails and blog posts and such about this, but there are a lot of really nice sets on sale today. This is one of my very favorites, and so I thought I would pull it out and show you a couple of different projects with it. If you're here, why don't you say hello, and I will get started here. Yeah, so this set, it's one of the distinctive sets, so it's got a lot of that deep etching to set some variation in tone, even when you're just using one stamp color and just stamping once, which is a really awesome thing. And I'm going to show you, I've shown you on my blog a couple of times how to do 4 cards in one. With one stamping session, essentially. And this was something that I learned. It's very much like the split cards. Hi, Paula. That I've done for you before, but this time we're going to do it in 4s. And it's not so, I've decided it's not so very critical to have this exact, but some people are picky of such things, so we will see how we go here. I'm just lining up on my grid paper. That's the easiest way I find to find the midpoint, because it's got the grid paper up here at the top, and on the right side it's got a ruler that starts from 0 at the center point, so I know that I'm 14.9 centimeters, so I can go just either side of the 15 centimeter mark, and that's basically center. And then on the right side, 0 to 10.5, and I know that's basically centered. It doesn't have to be perfect. But that will get me my center point. And I will just mark it with a pencil there. And that's pretty much good enough. And then I've got 2 different color palettes going, so we'll see how we go. This one I thought was really intriguing. It's a little more autumn winter maybe. Good morning, Jenny and Karen. Hello. Anyway, I thought this would be fun to play with a bit. And I'm still figuring out which stamps are going to be which colors, but that's okay. We'll get that all figured out. And I started by deciding I wanted, the Mary Merlot was the impetus for this color palette. So we'll see how we go. But I got Mary Merlot and Rococo Rose, and at least from the stamp cases, they look like they'd be a nice pairing. I picked 2 greens for some leaves, I suppose, and then 2 blues, Seaside Spray and Misty Moonlight, and the greens are Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Oh, and I've got bumblebee in there too for a splash of yellow. So let me figure out how I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to start with Mary Merlot and the big roses. Whoops, and I want to put my piercing mat under there for cushion, because once again, these stamps have no cushion on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp basically around that center point. And then we'll wind up doing some slicing and dicing and seeing how we go. So I think we're probably done with that one on that color. And you can see this is well loved. I do use that that stamp cleaning solution that we had. But it's still pretty well stained because I had a lot of people using it in a class. Oh, why am I having trouble with this one? There we go. So this we may come back to a couple of times here. Set that aside for now. We'll see. This may turn out to be just a hot mess. Or it may turn out to be really cool when we're done. And I think we'll add in it's going to help perk it up a bit. So how's it going where you guys are? We've had a couple of nicely warm days here. Now we're back to being chilly again. Well, not really chilly, but cooler anyway. Let's get some other stuff going in here, I think. I'm gonna add, in the darker green, we're gonna add a little bit of center to these flowers. Yes, the weekend was quite lovely. That tilt that a little bit. Let's get some regular leaves in here, I think. Our restrictions are not lifted yet. We've got one more week-ish to go. Sunday, we're supposed to hear that we're lifting some more restrictions, and we've been told we may even get more lifted than was originally projected in our roadmap. But you know, I just wait to see what's happening. as I've said, my day-to-day life really hasn't changed so much, except I can't go out and do anything remotely special. You know, there's no going to museums or performances or anything like that. That's just not on at all. What else might I put in here? Some more of these, maybe. Sorry, I'm just looking. I think there is, where's my stamp set? Smaller bit of leaves. Oh, that's what I haven't done. I'm like, I know I'm missing something. Oh, hi Tristan, you like these colors, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of psyched about these. There we go. They just spoke to me this morning somehow. That's gonna do it. That's gonna make things pretty cool. Do one more over here. Okay. So, close that up. Close this up. Take a moment to, very aware I have dirty stamps lying around. Ah! So really fast to go over the colors I've used. Mary Merlot and then Mossy Meadow for the flower centers there. Old Olive are all of the leaves. This long spray flower is Misty Moonlight. The lighter blue is Seaside Spray. This pink color is Rococo Rose. And the yellow is Bumblebee. I think I've gotten all of these clean now. Okay. And get those stacked up, except the Bumblebee. Okay, and now I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And now we're going to do that slicing and dicing I talked about. So I'm just going to cut it down into full-size quarters. And there we go. Okay, so now we take a quick look at what we've got and how we think we want to orient things. And I can see I was quite a bit, well, off isn't quite the right word, but some pieces got more stamping than others, but it works. I find it works quite well, actually. And now I'm going to bring in some card bases, and we're going to figure out how they're going to orient and what else we're going to do to finish them off. So I've got 2 bases that are the Misty Moonlight, and I've got 2 that are the Merry Merlot. So we shall figure out what we like. And I'm actually going to take a moment here and go ahead and trim these down once more. So I'm actually going to make them let's trim to the correct size here. 1 layer step down, which if you make cards regularly, you know what I'm talking about. It's whatever you step down 1/4 inch, usually if you're in the US, and you step down 1/2 centimeter if you're using A4. So that's what I'm going to do here. Some people start with their paper pre-cut, but I don't really see a good point to that, but it doesn't really matter. However you like to work. I should have just done this when I was cutting all 4 sides, but it's okay. Next time. And you could mat with an extra layer, but I'm keeping these on the simple side today. So I would probably do something like that. Yeah. Like that. And really, because these colors are on all of the cards, you could do any of them on any of them. You just have to kind of look at what you've got going on the stamping and decide which way you want to orient things. I think this one I like that. Yep, I like them like that. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to add some sentiments, I think. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do them in black. I think I will bring this back in. And this is from the same set. And that's birthdays are the best days. And I could do that in one of these colors, but I like it in the black. It keeps it kind of separate from the other stamping. Lets those stand on their own a little more. Now for this one, go ahead and use this one. I love our beautiful friendship. And then this one. Still trying to decide the orientation of this one. Yeah. This one is so very happy to know you. Here we go. Yeah, Paul, I think so too. The black script makes the other colors pop. And well, and it makes the sentiment pop a little bit too. They all just kind of work together. And you could stamp your sentiments on other pieces and cut them out in fancy shapes and pop them up with dimensionals and add a little ribbon behind them if you wanted, etc. But I think these look so nice basically on their own. I may decide to add a little bit of bling to them. That always seems to work pretty nicely. Always check to make sure you're gluing the right direction on your card base. But you can see that pretty quickly and easily you can get 4 cards made that anyone would love to get and you'd be happy to give. And they're all a little bit different, but you could give them as a set as well if you wanted. And again, I think this set works really well for something like this because there's a variety of shapes and the color varies just with one stamping. You get no 2-step stamping in there. I will, of course, go back in and put some blank white on the inside. Should we do a little sparkle on them? Just a couple here. What do you think? Can you see that? Now I start to overthink. Do one a little different there. Okay. leave that. So there's that set. Hello, Karen number 2. Shall we do another set? What do you think? You guys up for it? I think so. Okay, bring my mat back in. It's time to swap out that piece of grid paper, I think. Oh, let's try to get a center point. I'm not sure it really matters for how I do it. I'm not going to bother. Let's see. So here's my second set of colors. And these are more spring, summer type colors. And we'll see how these go. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So this probably isn't going to be too much different besides the colors, but we'll see how it turns out. Just open them all up here. Maybe this time I'll start with put that back under. So that's balmy blue. What color should we make the big roses? Let's do, this is Blushing Bride. Let's see how this goes. Now, I'm not trying to be symmetrical per se. I'm just kind of trying not to leave too many big gaps. Let's see, what next? Like I said, probably not too very different because I don't have so many strategies. Okay, so this yellow is So Saffron. Most of my colors for this one are coming out of the Subtles family. I know I said I wasn't trying to be symmetrical per se, but that's how it's turned out. Okay, so this is Garden Green. That's actually out of the Regals. But for the centers of these flowers, I think we'll do that. What other flowers? I have this one. Somehow I like to do the bright pop in these single roses. let's get a few leaves in there, I think, and then we'll figure out where else we need to fill in. And so the leaves, I've chosen Pear Pizzazz. Nancy, you know better. See how we do it lining up here. There we go. It can be done. You can see now I'm checking to see if I've got okay. I'd like to get a few more of these in, I think. Okay, I'm gonna call it quits right there. And I didn't last time, but I can always go and fill in some more if I want as I'm going. Yeah, that balmy blue it's just very peaceful. I think of it as a little boy blue, or baby blue. Closing up my ink pads. Make sure we don't get any mishaps. And again, I'm going to start by slicing it in quarters. So we see what we've got. Go ahead while I've got it right here on the trimmer and cut it down. Wow, I think I just cut it quite a bit, but that's okay. We'll do the same thing on this side. This will have a bigger edge, which is just fine. Okay, and we'll see if I made the right choice on these. Again, here's the balmy blue. And I chose the Magenta Madness. We'll see how they look on there. I think it'll be good, but We'll see here. What do we have? Everyone's got one of those, so. See, on the Balmy Blue, it's more kind of blends in because that's right there. And these kind of pop because that's smaller and further away, but I think it works. I think they work. What do you guys think? Okay, let's get some sentiments on there again. We'll bring this back in. And again, I'm using the black. And there's birthdays are the best days on that one. And on that one. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do it right down here. So very happy to know you. Ooh. That worked fine. And we'll do one of these with I love our beautiful friendship. I'm going to do that one right there. Okay. So you can see you can vary it up even when you're essentially doing the same thing. So this technique, those of us in Kylie's downline get to take part in a monthly crafting class that she started. And this was the one that was taught in August by a demonstrator named Shirley Jones. And I have used it several times, as you've seen on my blog, probably. I did one with the poinsettia petals. And the first one I did during the class had a variety of things on it. I can't remember now. I'm sure there was some forever fern and some other things. In my blog tomorrow, I will post back to it. Well, gosh, that is not really straight at all. Come on. That's better. See, it looks good with the bigger border around it. And I know I've shown you the split cards where we just did it with half the card. So it's the same idea, just expanded. And again, you can use whatever stamp set you want. Forever Fern works really well, or mixing up some stamp sets. But in tomorrow's blog post, I'll link back to the other blog posts where I've shown this technique also, so you can get all kinds of ideas. Yeah, let's try some embellishment on these as well. I'm going to pull out some of these in color. figure out if some of these would be good, particularly on you know what? I think I'm just gonna go with the rhinestones again. I like it more sparkly. The purple color is Highland Heather. Although I think Gorgeous Grape would work on there too. It would be perhaps a stronger counterpoint to that Magenta Madness. But, you know, I like the Highland Heather too. So, okay, put those away and bring these back in, I think. I think it needs the more neutral pop. So, one up there. Down there. I don't know why I get hung up on where to put the third one. And then I just get them on and it's fine. Sometimes it's just really obvious where they should go. And then you think it's really obvious and they just line up in a row and you're like, what? And then you're like, can I get it off? No. Is what it is. Here we go. Okay. My favorite way to press them on is with the cap on and the. So, let's see what we've got. We've got these four. This is where we're going to be careful not to get things messed up. So there's our spring, summer, and here's our autumn, winter color palette. Yes, the purple flowers are very much like wisteria, especially when they're done in that purple color. So, here we are, 45 minutes in and 4 cards made. Or sorry, 8 cards made, even better. So, I hope you'll give this technique a try. They're really obviously quick and easy, and yeah, post me pictures of things that you're making. You know, send it to me in Messenger, or text me, or post them on this Nancy's Nifty Notes page. Happy to have your work there too. I like seeing what you guys are doing as well. Yeah, if you are in Kylie's group, this evening I will be teaching the monthly class, so you are welcome to come join me. And yeah, I will see everybody else back here next week, same time, same place for another project. Don't forget the one-day sale happening right now in Australia, starting tomorrow morning, late tonight in North America, on the 23rd of September. So have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you. Thanks.